Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Openly Expressive. I'm your host, Naisha. So let's chop it up. Today's episode will be entitled Wake Up and Win Wednesdays. So people, I'm feeling great. I actually was physically productive yesterday besides doing errands and working. I went to the park with my daughter yesterday. We rode around for a bit, took care of some errands. I had to get me my Starbucks drink. That dragon fruit mango is hitting. Check it out, y'all. I'm not sponsored by them, but check it out. Anyway, so we decided to take a ride, and then we drove past Prospect Park. And I haven't been there since I was a child, so I was like, you want to go in there and walk? She's like, yeah. And especially, I need my exercise anyway. I have been slacking, honey, due to my mental capacity, like I told you guys, and working and everything else that is involved in life. So I said, let me get my butt up and do some type of physical activity. And it was so, we really enjoyed it. We walked around for maybe about an hour or two. No, maybe about an hour and a half or so. Almost two. Took photos, videos, and everything. Watched the ducks. Looked at nature. It was really, therapeutic. Very therapeutic. So I say, guys, when you wake up in the morning, just make sure you are productive. I don't care if it's something in reference to work or your physical. Just make sure you are doing something to keep that mind going, to keep that body moving, because a stagnant mind and body just is, that's a recipe for trouble and freaking unmental wellness. I make my little words up and things like that. So I'm just motivating you guys to get out and do something. If you don't have anything on your agenda, go to the park, start journaling. Or I used to go to the park last summer and work out, and I was so out of my element because I normally don't like to be looked at. Like, even when dudes try to talk to me, it's very uncomfortable for me. And that's like a daily thing, but it's so uncomfortable because I don't really like to be bothered. I don't like attention, even though somehow people make me the center of attention. And oftentimes it's not the good center of attention. I'm like, damn, can I be great? I'm just minding my business and trying to live this thing called life here, people. But yeah, so it was pretty pleasant yesterday that I went outside. I wasn't bothered. I wasn't annoyed or anything like that. And just to get moving physically felt good on my body and my mind. So I just encourage you guys to do some type of physical activity every single day. Even if it's like 10 minutes or something. I even resorted to being lazy at one point. And I wouldn't say lazy because it still was some type of physical activity. It's like a mini elliptical. You put it on the floor. I forgot what it's called, but you put it on the floor, and then, you just do your thing with your legs. You can either do it automatically or manually. And I was like, yeah, this is the easy way out, but I'm still doing some type of activity. I have an actual elliptical. I have an actual treadmill. I have an actual rower, a step machine, weights. I have a freaking home gym, and all I'm doing with these freaking pieces of equipment are putting clothes on them. Shame on me, okay? They've become a freaking clothes rack. How ridiculous is that? But yesterday really motivated me to do so. I enjoyed my daughter's company and things like that. And it's nothing wrong with going out by yourself, because sometimes going out by yourself, it enables you to clear your mind and you put things more into perspective than you would when you're in the company of others. So just get out and do something, people. Even if you can't get out and do something, open up those windows, step outside a bit. I have a porch and a balcony, but I don't be wanting to do anything on my porch. I be wanting to jump rope on my porch so bad, but I don't like nosy people. And for some reason, I'm the center of attention on my block. I don't know what it is, but sheesh, I can't even fart for somebody 10 miles away. But like, she farted. Like, get off my back, people, please. But just, even if you don't live in a house or whatever it is, and you have to take an elevator to your apartment in a building, walk up the steps. Sometimes just chump the elevator and just walk up the steps. Even if you lived on like the 14th floor, at least walk up about 4 or 5 flights if you can. Do something to keep your body mobile, because sometimes even not being mobile, that lack of mobility that's a hindrance too on your health. And when you're in your 40s, honey, that's basically being a candidate for a heart attack or any other health issue. So I don't need that. And my chest was hurting before, like I told you guys, and my dinky self didn't even attend to it. And I think probably because this freaking vaccine, and along with other health issues, and then I've been vaping like a freaking maniac, because I went from weed to black and milds to, I used to be a cigarette smoker. Like, when I stress, I always find a vice. And I'm learning that these bad vices are not good for me. I mean, we all know that, but it kind of hits you when it actually affects you physically. And as I speak right now, I'm not even gonna say I'm being a hypocrite, because I ain't say don't smoke, but I have a freaking vape in my hand right now. Like, it seems like it's a necessity for me. Wake up, brush my teeth, eat, do what I gotta do, vape. Work, vape. Drive, vape. Anything I'm doing, vape, especially if it's stress. So I need to chill out, because the effects of that does not feel good. Just take care of yourself, people, really, because you only have one body and you can't make a new one, honey. So you gotta cherish this body. I don't care what it look like. I don't care what it feel like. You have got to take care of your body every single day, because the older that we get, it doesn't get easier. It doesn't get easier with anything, I tell you. Not physically or mentally. Definitely not mentally, because the older that we get and we have children and responsibilities and things like that, man, that's tasking on your everything, I tell you. My youngest daughter, she's been taking me through the ringer this week, honey. Seriously. It's basically a house full of females and then my son. So imagine what he be going through dealing with our attitudes or around that time of the month and stuff like that. But she been putting me through the ringer, honey. And I have to stay as physically fit as I can, because I don't have to just live for myself. I have to live for my children. And a lot of the times we don't think about other people when we're dealing with our sorrows and our mental is not all the way correct. We don't think about the others that depend on us. So that's a word of advice too. Always take care of yourself so you can take care of your loved ones. Especially if you are a single parent, ultimately they're all that you got. So I'm the glue in my household. If I'm not together, everything gonna fall apart. So I have to buckle up, not only for myself, but most definitely for my children who can't do anything for themselves yet. And I still have to be here for my older daughter too. And even we be thinking that when our children get older, everything's all right. No, it's sometimes when my daughter need me, even if it's not in a financial sense, it's still, physically being there, mentally being there, giving advice and things like that. So if your mind is not sound and able to be there for somebody else, then especially if it's the person that needs you, you ain't gonna be no good for nobody. So just always make sure you take care of your physical and most of all your mental. I'm not even gonna say most of all, because I don't want to sit there and act like your physical is not just as important as your mental, because everything goes hand in hand. It's like one hand scratches the other. I don't think that sounds right, but you guys get what I mean. Let's say one hand washes the other. It goes hand in hand, people. So take care of everything. Start journaling, because I found that is very therapeutic also. So I was speaking to a family member maybe about last year or so, and they had some type of something that they wanted to get off their chest with their mom. And I just suggested to them, like, yo, listen, sometimes you can't always get through people. Sometimes you have to realize they're not capable of being there for you because they weren't taught that. And a lot of the times our parents, they grew up in an era where their parents used to be like, shut up, grown folks talking, nobody talking to you, keep your mouth closed unless you're spoken to. But I don't raise my kids like that. I raise my kids, voice your opinion. If you feel that something's wrong, even if I'm doing something that you really don't feel great about how my delivery was, or whatever it is that I made you feel some type of way about, by all means express it. But I do stress the fact that you need to express that in a very respectful manner. But I don't ever think you should just tell kids, no, you don't have an opinion, shut up, da-da-da, it's my way to... Not that. I mean, everybody should be able... You have to teach them young. Voice your opinion at all times. I don't care if it's a figure of authority. And, like, even with police, when I've encountered police officers, listen, I say what I gotta say. I say what I gotta say. I deliver it in a way that he doesn't feel, quote-unquote, threatened. But I say what I have to say, and a lot of the times when you say what you have to say, if your delivery is crisp, your delivery is respectful, people are, they're receptive to that. So always be mindful of how your delivery is. I don't care who the person is, authority figure or not. Just be mindful of that. And anything can come across. So I just feel really good. And I suggest journaling because the reason why I brought that up is when you journal, you get those thoughts out. And so when I was telling my family member about speaking to their parent or whoever it was that they needed to get something off their chest, and I was saying some people are not built to be receptive and things like that. They don't know how to. Write them a letter. I suggested that to someone else. Write them a letter because that way you can express your innermost feelings and thoughts and then just get it off your chest. If they're receptive or not, it is what it is. But that way I feel that it's more safer than to be in the presence of them, because sometimes when you try to express yourself to people, it just goes left. Like they don't understand the gist of what you're trying to convey, and it becomes messy, a bigger issue than it was before you even enter that conversation. So it's always safer to deliver that letter, because guess what? They're in the comfort of where they are reading the letter. They might be able to absorb more information and analyze things and see what they could fix and tweak and stuff like that. Because maybe being in person, two people can't have a conversation without it being hectic. Some people are not able to deliver messages without it being an undertone of nastiness. And then there's the people who are definitely never able to receive the message without being defensive. So I say, if you have anything on your chest, journal it. And also, if you feel uncomfortable with approaching a person in a situation, send them a letter. And then take it from there. If they're receptive and they want to continue that situation by rectifying it with an actual conversation face to face, and you feel like you are able and capable of doing so without it being any type of static, then do so. But find ways and resources to make you well. Find ways and resources that is going to satisfy you, not the likes of others. Because a lot of times we sit there and do things in life to satisfy others. Listen, I've been a people pleaser for far too long. Now, I don't mind pleasing someone who I know is pleasing me as well, but it can't be a one-sided street, my friend. It has to be reciprocated and initiated. It can't be always one-sided street, because I can't do that anymore. I'm not even, that's not even in my capability anymore to be a people pleaser only and not being pleased in return. That's whack. Them days is out. It's corny. It's played out. And people just operate their whole entire existence on just being on the receiving end of being pleased. It's like, man, get up out of here. You don't even know how to do the simple gestures. You don't know how to show your appreciation to people. Flowers on an occasional basis. Dinners, going out places, enjoying each other's time. It's the simple stuff in life for me that matters. Like, I've been given extravagant gifts from damn near everybody I've been with, except a few who was just fuddy-duddies and things like that. But I'm not even a gift type of girl. Like, even when people ask me, what you want for your birthday? What you want for Christmas? What you want for that? Like, I don't really know how to answer. I be like, I don't know. Because I'm like meek and mild or shy when it comes to certain situations. I don't like asking people for things. I'm normally a go-getter. So even down to gifts, when somebody asks me, what do I want? I'm like, I don't know. Like, surprise me. And a lot of the times when I'm with a person, whether it's a lover or a family member or whoever I care about, and it's time to give gifts, I listen to them throughout their conversations and us knowing each other and them saying what they like and what they need or what they desire. I pick up those little hints, even if it's not a hint and it's just a random conversation. I store those in my memory, and when it's time for me to get you a gift or just to be thoughtful, I go ahead. If you like your little favorite snack and I'm in the supermarket, I just happen to see it, I'm going to go pick it up. Even if it's something small like that, like thoughtfulness goes a long way with me. That goes a long way, by far more than anything can be purchased like out of a name brand, big name brand designer store. Those little things to let me know that you're thinking about me, man, those mean a lot to me. If you just randomly give me flowers, or if you just randomly gave me a card, and it wasn't just one of those generic cards that Hallmark created. I used to work for Hallmark, guys. But yeah, I was security. No, I was a cashier, and then they tried to make me security, and people short story. They were stealing on Valentine's Day, and they gonna put me in the front. Listen, go ahead, steal. I'm not about to get killed for working at Hallmark, doing more positions than I'm supposed to be paid for. Get out of here. But anyway, yeah, so back to the cards. Greeting cards are so sweet and sentimental to me, but I'm gonna need you to put the pen to the card. Don't just give me a, hey, I was thinking about you. Just one of those generic, already pre-printed things. I mean, come on, who can do that? And don't just sign the bottom like love so-and-so. Put a little meat with them potatoes in the middle of that card. Do something to make me smile. Jeez, it's not hard to make somebody smile. Even asking somebody, how's your day? You need anything? I was thinking about you. Those little short, sweet gestures, they mean a lot to people. And guess what? You never know who needs it. Maybe there's people in need of just a simple hello, and that could actually change their life. Maybe there's a person in this world that thought about committing suicide because they never had anybody to give a damn about them. That one hello, even from a stranger, can make a world of difference for somebody. It really can change someone's life. So when I walk around here, I'm from New York City, and we're not very friendly people. I can say that. I am, but I say we just to generalize the whole state. We are not very friendly people. You don't normally see somebody walking past you being like, good morning, have a good night. You don't normally get greetings in New York City. It's normally, get the hell out of my way. You're in my way. I'm trying to catch the train. I'm waiting for a taxi. I'm trying to go to the store. You taking too long on the line. Everybody out here, the majority of people, are very freaking rude and disrespectful. And people who know me, they can see, like, if you don't know where I come from, when I open up my mouth and my demeanor and my character and everything, and then you find out it's New York, you be like, yeah, I understand. I could tell. We got a certain swag about us. And the crazy part is, a lot of people from other states are intrigued by us, thinking that it's swag, but a lot of the times it's not even swag. It's just a nasty ass attitude, or get out my way type of attitude. I don't want to be bothered with you or nobody else, honey. That's that's the temperament of a freaking New Yorker. We are so freaking rude, I swear. And don't let the person have a bad day. Oh, man, you step on their shoe, you liable to get shot, God forbid. This New York out here, I hate it. I always did. My personality is more of a country girl. I'm more, I'm very sweet. I'm very kind. I'm very loyal. I'm very respectful. Like, things like that. But the New Yorker will come out. I don't like when people bring the New Yorker out. And then on top of that, I'm an Aquarius, so we are very high strung, honey. You say something to piss us off, offend us, or anything like that, oh man, guns blazing in a figurative sense. But I just want you guys to do something to make you the best that you could be. You don't have to be the prettiest, you don't have to be the most fit, you don't have to be the most intelligent. I mean, those things are great, but just do something that's going to make who you are stand out even more. And hopefully that's something positive, because I'm saying, if you're a jerk, don't do something to heighten your jerkosity. Do not do that, please. Just do something that'll leave a mark on this earth that you were here and it was a very pleasant experience while you were. Do that. Like, you see how people pass and then they be lying on people's tombstones. He was a great, she was a great, da da da. Well, damn well their characteristics was horrible, honey. Do something that, God forbid, if it's your time to go, your tombstone actually matches your character. Let's not fake the funk, okay? Let's keep it all the way transparent and lay all of your dirty laundry out. You sort out all your dirty laundry and start to clean that up. Take your dirty laundry to the laundromat, honey. Get you some fabric softener and all that other stuff. Get you some Gain and do it. Clean up everything that you need to clean up. Clean up your act. Time is of the essence, my people. And it makes no sense to be wasting time on frivolous things. It makes no sense to be wasting time being involved with the wrong company. And it makes no time just doing nothing with your life. We got to do something. I don't care if you are unemployed. Start you a business, like I said, y'all. It ain't nothing to get an LLC. It ain't nothing. It costs money. It's not a hefty penny for me, but for some it might be. But save up. Save up and do what you got to do. Because we got to cherish this thing called life. And like I said, If 2020 didn't change you, I don't know what's going to. Don't wait until it's too late to be able to change for the better, because by that time, you got to unravel so many things that it becomes impossible, it feels like. So take control of your life now. If you need to lose weight, exercise daily. And they say you don't even have to do strenuous things for like an hour or two, like I be doing when I go to the gym or whatever. I ain't even been there in a whole year, y'all. I've been paying for a membership for the longest, and I ain't stepped my foot in there because my excuse be, I got a gym at home. Girl, stop playing yourself. You ain't been doing nothing at home either besides that freaking thing that's on the floor, and I ain't even been doing that. Shame on me. So that's why I was so proud of myself when I just went to the park yesterday, and then we drove around for a long time. So I was out from like, first of all, I gotta get up at 6 o'clock, get these kids ready for school and camp and stuff like that, and the programs. And I actually thank the mayor of New York for the Summer Rising program, and that was to keep kids who were homeschooled during the pandemic. That's to keep their mind going, because oftentimes, even in the summertime, when the kids are home and they're not learning and their mind is just being idle, they kind of lose the stuff that they gained from September to June. So to make a program like that to keep the kids active and also keep them out of my hair, honey, oh my gosh, it's a blessing. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Even though in the beginning I was like, dang, I gotta get up an hour earlier than I do normally in during school regular hours and during the year. But it's worth it because I get to have my free time, and you don't know how wanted free time is or how needed free time is till you actually get it and you sit in it. And even if you're not doing anything, it's just the fact that you have free time. Like, if I feel like doing something right now, I could go do it. If I feel like laying on my behind and going to sleep, I could do it, honey. That free time is very necessary, especially when you are a parent. And it gives you time to gather your thoughts and regroup and start all over again and strategize and come up with a plan on what you need to fix and put that plan into action. That's why I be saying to you people, put a plan into action, even if it seems impossible. Nothing is impossible. The word impossible, if you break it down, I'm possible. I'm possible. Keep thinking that. Everything that I do, it's possible to be done. Everything that I want to do, it's possible to be done. A lot of the times we are scared to progress. We are scared of success and that fear of failure, like I speak of often. We are afraid of that. But why not try something? Try something. Think about something that you always wanted to do in life and go for it. If you wanted to go back to school and get that degree because you wanted to enter a career that needs a degree, and you know that degree will make you progress financially in that field, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. I'm thinking about going to school online though, because I have no good experiences from the time I was in elementary to the time I was in college. So I'm like, you know what? I told you about that trouble I got even in college a few years ago. So and I'm talking about felony trouble, honey. So I don't want to be around them youngers. They play too much with me. And like I said before, I've learned to disassociate myself from people and things that I know are not going to do me any justice. I gotta go. I gotta get up out of there. So if online school it is, online school it is. I do have to go to real estate school though, because I wanted to be a real estate agent for a very long time, and I have an opportunity to progress in that field because I'm in close proximity of someone who could definitely help me and who is most willing to help me. So I appreciate that. And it's just time for me to put the pedal to the metal, honey. I need to do what I got to do, because there's money out here to be made, and there's money out here that I want. So, it don't make no sense. In 2022, nobody should be broke. Nobody should be broke. Just like when people be homeless, I don't knock anybody, because everybody has their story, everybody has their journey and things like that. But when I couldn't stay at my mother's house, I put myself in the shelter, me and my daughter, honey, because I wasn't about to be sleeping in no car. I wasn't about to be sleeping on no train, no outside. We wasn't about to do none of that. Sometimes people let their pride get to them, like, I ain't going to no shelter. But my friend, you sleeping in the train station. Where's the logic in that? But then sometimes their mental capacity is so far gone, they don't even realize it's something crazy. They really don't. So that's why I stress people, you got to take care of your mental. If you don't have your mental, you don't have nothing. I don't care how fine you are, how physically fit you are, how good your health is on the inner. If your mental is tainted, you are tainted. Because guess what? I used to love to go to the gym, even twice a day sometimes. Like, I was going every single day a few years ago. But then as things deteriorated in marriage and stuff like that, self-esteem and mental issues and stuff, I wasn't even mentally prepared to do so. So my body definitely wasn't able to do so. And even up until recent years, I just haven't been physically motivated because I wasn't mentally stimulated. And it's just like, I don't really want to do nothing with myself. But it's a new day, and I realize every day that you are granted to wake up, that you are blessed with to wake up, it's another day. It's another day to get it right. It's another day to do something for yourself that'll please you, and do something for yourself that'll be for your mental and physical well-being. We should never stay stagnant in anything, because the mind, yes, it's fragile, but it could also play tricks on you. That's the devil, y'all. He tries to hinder us from doing the best things that we could do for ourselves. I'm not letting him do that to me no more. I'm no longer sitting in my sorrow. I can't. And yesterday was just confirmation that even the smallest things can be so meaningful and so beneficial. So once again, guys, I stress physical activity. I don't care if it's 10 jumping jacks. I don't care if it's 3 sit-ups, honey. Do something. If you don't feel like doing anything like that, going up and down them steps, maybe going to the store, walking to the store, coming back, walking up the steps, those could be things that you don't actually feel as a physical activity, because it's just an errand you're running and then you're going in and out the house, taking care of your business. But shucks, even going to the laundromat or doing your laundry, doing something around the house, cleaning up, that's a physical activity too. And guess what? If you don't want to look at it like that, put on some music and dance. I lost so much weight dancing a few years ago. I did. I'm going to start dancing again too. But my freaking torn rotator cuffs and herniated disc and pinched nerves from the car accident I had a few years ago. Jerk. that made me kind of stop doing certain things, because I love to dance. I used to be a dancer in school. I love to act too, guys. I love to sing. I love to do hair. I love to cook. I'm very talented, and I really want to get back into acting school too. So also find your passion and just do it. Just do it. Even if it doesn't work out for you, as long as you can say you tried, you won't be kicking yourself in the behind later. So my people, that was my motivation for today. I know you can do it. You have to know that you can do it, though. Everything is possible. Remember, I'm possible, because it's not impossible. So, guys, do what you need to do to make yourself happy, physically fit. Make sure your wellness is intact, your mental wellness, and everything will be okay, my friends. So, I thank you for joining me. And I'm wishing you the best in health, wealth, success, and mental well-being, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, babies. Until I chat again, have a good day. You have just listened to episode 6 of season 2 of Openly Expressive. Thank you for tuning in. For any inquiries, shout-outs, promotions, or even if you have a show idea, please hit me up at openlyexpressive@outlook.com.